welcome to Higher Self Realities. This is Reverend Bilson. It's a pleasure to be with you. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the 7 signs that show that you've been cursed. 7 signs that show that someone has been cursed. Some people are spiritually sensitive, and when something is off, they can catch it early. Unfortunately, most people don't sense what is happening to them until things are a little too late. And so today, by going through the content of this video, my hope is to help people, including you, to be able to detect the signs of a curse in your life or in the life of someone dear to you, so that you can quickly take the necessary steps to cancel or neutralize any such bad energy. Curses are real, and throughout the world, there are countless victims who unfortunately don't realize that something is happening in their life. Lives have been destroyed, and many dreams have gone unrealized. We can fight it. Curses are real because there are people who don't like us. And when they don't like us, they are willing to do whatever it takes to curse us. A curse is simply a spoken word or a projected thought against an individual or maybe a group with a specific intention to cause them harm. That is basically what a curse is. And any human being can be a target of a curse. It doesn't matter your status in life or your beliefs. You can become a target of the evil intentions of people who wish you harm and are willing to curse you, whether by cursing you themselves or by asking an experienced occultist or someone to cast a spell on you, or a curse spell on you. So let's go through those 7 signs. The first one that we are going to look at is that you feel stuck in life. Again, we are not talking about something that happens just one day. All these things that we're going to talk about, they are patterns that you realize or you notice and observe in your life. And one important thing you notice when you are being cursed or you are the target of a curse is that there is a general feeling that you are stuck in life and you don't even know why, and you don't know how to get out of it. You are experiencing stagnation in all aspects of life, and you feel trapped in life and you don't know where to go. You have all resources. Life seems to be okay. You can't pinpoint anything that is going wrong, but you just feel stuck and nothing seems to be working. Overall, when you are trying to move forward, you feel there is some invisible wall or barrier preventing you from moving forward in life, and you can't pinpoint exactly what. This is one common sign of someone who's been cursed, because a curse projects negative energy, and when we are surrounded by negative energy and we are unable to disperse or transmute it into positive energy, what happens is that it disrupts our natural sense of harmony. And one of the signs you find is that you experience stagnation, that unpleasant, terrifying feeling of feeling stuck in life. The next thing we are going to look at is the following. You are aging rapidly and unusually. I want to add that. Most of us in life have admitted that yes, aging seems to be part of that biological process, although there are objections to this, and we are not going to talk about those objections. But aging has been commonly accepted as part of the biological process of growing. At some point, you see signs of aging. Okay, it happens to nearly everyone. But here we are talking about noticing that you are aging rather rapidly in a very unusual way. One moment you seem okay when you look in the mirror. The next moment, within 24 hours, you look in the mirror and there are wrinkles everywhere. Your hair is falling at a rate you can't explain, and there is no major health problem you are dealing with, which can be blamed for the rapid signs of aging. And you seem amazed and astonished at what is happening, and you don't seem to have any control over it. This is a common sign of being cursed. In fact, when people prepare a curse, this is one of their favorite things they put into the curse to cause the target to age rapidly, because the idea is to cause your body and your health in general to deteriorate. And by deteriorating, what happens is that basically your life falls apart. You lose your glow, okay? The natural glow you seem to have, you just lose it within a very short time. And this is all in spite of you eating healthy food, exercising regularly, and having to deal with no major health problem. You use the best cosmetics available, the best health products available, and yet your body seems to have gotten out of hand, and you can notice it. The signs are there, people are commenting and remarking, and in your mind, this whole thing seems very mysterious. Again, it is a common sign. In fact, one of the favorite, as I've said, one of the favorite things people aim at or aim for when they are trying to curse somebody is to destroy their beauty and their glow. All right, let's look at the next common sign that you've been cursed. This again here is so common. Misfortune seems to follow you everywhere. And literally, misfortune or bad luck seems to be the norm of your life, and you can't explain it. It's not because you're a bad person. It's not because you don't go to church. You do all of that. It's not because you don't read your Bible or meditate. You do all of that. In fact, you are probably even a kind person, but you can't understand. You are brilliant, you are intelligent, you are educated, and yet it looks like misfortune just finds you, even when you are not looking for it. Some of these misfortunes can occur in the form of being involved in accidents. Accidents of different kinds. It can be vehicular accidents, auto accidents, minor or major accidents, but different forms of accidents like losing your object, losing your property, being scammed, being scammed online, becoming the victim of financial fraud, and so on and so forth. Another example is you seem to lose your friends, your social connections, you lose money, you lose even your relationships or marriage, or you can't seem to have breakthrough in your romantic life, and the whole thing sounds very mysterious because everybody seems to find it easy, and you can't locate any particular reason why none of these things is working for you. And overall, it seems that you have become a magnet that attracts bad luck and misfortune. Nothing good seems to go your way, and the thing we call good luck seems to avoid you, and you can't explain. That's the point. You can't explain, and in your mind it's like a big puzzle. You don't know how to tackle it. You don't know its beginning or its end, and yet you feel trapped in this cycle of misfortune. This is one common sign of someone who's been targeted with a curse. So look out for it. The next point that we are going to look at is constant illness. Again, illness is not unusual. People get ill, we get a headache, some aching in some part of the body, flu here, flu there, and so on and so forth. We are not talking about something that seems normal, quote and unquote normal, because I personally believe disease is not normal. But what we are talking about here is baffling. You seem to be constantly battling with illness, big problems and small problems. And for some reason, you seem to be easily overcome by illness. You are sneezing, you are having a cold almost every time, and there is no real explanation. And this cycle of illness has become so stubborn that you've almost accepted it as a norm, and you can predict that it's going to happen to you. And at some point, you begin to even accept that, well, it's not going away, and probably you need to just adopt some coping skills or coping mechanisms to deal with it. Or you could also be dealing with unexplained illness. The doctors have done every lab work, every test that is possible under the sun, and yet you seem to be ill out of nowhere. and your body can't seem to be well for more than 2 weeks, or even a month. Almost every week there is something coming up. When you notice this trend, okay, regardless of medical issues, we will leave medical conclusions to those whose lives are dedicated to medicine. But from a spiritual perspective, constant illness, constantly succumbing to disease and illnesses is one common sign of being under a curse. Let's look at the following sign of being under a curse, and that is your finances. Of course, when someone is cursing you, remember what I said at the beginning, they are aiming to cause you harm. And what better way to harm you than to damage your finances? Finances is everything. No matter how well life seems to go, if your finances take a dent, you are done. There is nothing you can literally do without healthy finances. So people commonly target an individual's finances when they are planning on cursing them. So an example is you are in constant debt and you can't even explain it. It's not like you are making some big purchases. It all sounds very mysterious. You seem to lose money for no apparent reason, and you are in a constant cycle of fighting one debt after another. You are dealing with financial trouble after financial trouble. It looks like financial trouble looks for you every time. You move forward, there is financial trouble. You turn left or right, there is financial trouble. And your life doesn't seem like the kind of life that should be dealing with financial troubles. And if you have a business, it's stuck. Or if you have an employment, for some reason, there is always bad luck about your employment life. People are laid off and you happen to be part of the number. Some misfortune or bad luck is going on at your workplace and misfortune finds you. There seems to be trouble around your finances and your job situation nearly all the time. This, my brothers and sisters, is a common sign that you've been targeted with a curse. Let's move on to the next one, which is you can't sleep. Again, remember, when someone is cursing you, their goal is to inflict as much damage as possible. And we all know that having good sleep is good for our restoration and rejuvenation. That is how the body restores itself. That is how we are able to wake up feeling refreshed, invigorated, and ready to go. That's how we feel motivated. But what happens if you can't sleep? Well, you wake up exhausted. And what happens when you are exhausted? You lack the energy to do the things that are important for you. You lack the energy. And if you lack energy, it means all aspects of your life are going to suffer. Sometimes the curse is aimed at also causing you to lose sleep in the form of having nightmares. So you wake up in the night from nightmares, and this has been going on for weeks or months. You know, if you are dealing with this situation for weeks and months, it's very likely you are the target of a curse, because that's the point. If you start losing good quality sleep, it will affect your health. You will begin to age very fast. It will affect everything. You wake up and you are in a very bad mood, and this affects your relationships. It affects everything. So it is a commonly preferred method of cursing people to attack the quality of your sleep. We are not talking about losing quality sleep because you are just a busy person. You are working 2 jobs, you are a single parent, and between all the responsibilities and tasks that you are juggling, you don't have enough time to sleep. That's not the kind we are talking about. We are talking about you have sufficient time to get a good rest, but as soon as you go to rest, you are met with the inability to sleep. This is a common way people get cursed. Now let's look at the final one, mental fog. Remember, your mind is where all your power resides, your mind. So when someone wants to attack you with a curse, normally the curse will also target your frame of mind, your ability to think clearly, your ability to have your mental powers work at an optimal level. They target this aspect of your life, and one of the common signs is that you experience mental fog. Everything in your life seems foggy. You can't seem to see anything beyond a few feet in your life. You can't see clearly what your future looks like. You can't plan. You can't strategize, and you don't know why. And you can't see the way forward, okay? And in general, you seem to be confused about your life. You start this job and something tells you it's not right, so you start another one. You are constantly going left and right, going forward and backwards, and in general, there seems to be a cloud of confusion around your life, and you don't know how. You've been trying to treat it, consulting therapists, psychologists, doing yoga, consulting your doctor, and so on and so forth. The problem continues to recur. That is how curses are. Curses are advanced. One day I'm going to do a video, hopefully shortly, about the subtle differences between psychic attacks and curses. But in the meantime, be sure to check out my video on the 10 signs of psychic attack, because psychic attack and curses, they look similar, but curses are more advanced and they are more difficult to deal with. And one of the ways, as I'm discussing with you right now, is mental fog. Once the powers of your mind are under attack, your whole life begins to crumble. This is a favorite way that people attack other people with a curse. So watch out. When you see any of the 7 signs happening, definitely, if you notice 2 of those 7 signs I've discussed with you occurring as a pattern over a few weeks to about 3 months period, you can almost certainly conclude that you've become a target of a curse, and you need to deal with it as soon as possible before the curse gets worse and it inflicts its maximum damage, because every curse goes through a timeline: the initial period, the intermediate period, and then it reaches its advanced level where before you know it, you are dealing with a major health crisis and the doctors think it's too late. So once you see the signs, please do something about it. In the future, in a later video, I'm going to be doing a specific video to address what to do once you notice that you could be under a curse, how to address curses in general. That will be in a separate video that I look forward to sharing with you, because we all need that. A lot of people notice that they are probably under a curse, but they don't know how to go about it. So I'll do a video for you guys to help you know your options if you feel that you or someone you care about is dealing with a curse. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope today's video has been of value to you. And if that is the case, consider giving this video a like and share this content with your friends and family and as many people as you can, so this channel can grow. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button so that you can always be notified as soon as a video is out. Let us also hear from you in the comment section. Until next time, I leave you with the blessings of God. May prosperity and the goodness of God surround you and be with you in your going and coming. Until next time, this is Reverend Bilson saying bye for now.